I swear, I feel like every time I put any kind of video out that talks about alpha and beta, a lot of people give me crap for this. Maybe not you who enjoys these videos and watches them, but people really tear down the concept of alpha and beta or simp or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But it is good to have this terminology because it really helps you understand what kind of person women are attracted to, or I should say what kind of man women are attracted to. It's a great way to be able to understand some of these concepts better. So whether you believe in the theory or not, we can at least agree that there are some behaviors and ways that a man acts that makes a woman attracted and vice versa. Okay? And a great way to understand this is by breaking it down into the really most understandable, more common words like alpha and beta. I think you already know, even without me starting this video, what a beta male is, what an alpha male is. You probably already know some of these things. You know, you're not looking at this going like, I wonder what he's going to say. What's BETA? What's that word? What does that mean? You sort of already get it. So it is a good way to understand this. And that's what we're going to be talking about on today's video. So as you know, the beta male, the guy who's not alpha, he has a very hard time attracting women. And by the way, guilty over here. I was that guy for many years, okay? And you don't have to be that guy. You actually can transform yourself into someone who is more alpha, but you're probably doing some habits. And I'll also say this, I'll be honest with you. Some of the habits I'll be talking about today, I still sometimes fall into the trap. And sometimes I go back and I do this habit, and then I have to catch myself and go, wait a minute, nope, we're not letting this happen, right? Again, it takes practice, but it's stuff that you can embody. But the idea here is that beta males don't attract women. So when you learn how to break out of these habits, you're going to get better at attracting women into your life. Also, you're going to feel more accomplished. You'll understand what I'm saying in a second when I tell you about these habits, but you actually will feel more accomplished. You'll get more done in your life and you'll feel more in control, and your self-esteem is going to go through the roof. So this is not about asshole versus nice guy, okay? So we're not really talking about that as much, even though a lot of assholes are alphas because they have those kinds of qualities, and a lot of nice guys are betas because they have those qualities. But it's not the difference between being mean and not mean, okay? That's, I feel like, the biggest thing. People think like, oh, betas are just like, really weak, which they are in a sense, but they're just like always like really nice, and then the alphas are really assholes. It's like, no, you can be an alpha male. You can get out of beta world and still be a good guy. So I don't want you to worry about that. And of course, if you don't learn this, you're just going to be stuck in what I call beta male land. Okay? You'll be like this forever. And it's not going to only affect your dating life, but it's going to affect the way that you work. It's going to affect your career and how much money you make. It's going to affect the way that your friendships progress, or even making friends in general. It's going to affect all the relationships in your life. It just goes down the line. It's going to affect just your everyday activities. And again, you'll see what I'm saying here as we go through it, but it has this large effect if you don't fix these habits. So if I haven't convinced you enough, let's dive in. First is letting other people speak over you, okay? So getting interrupted and letting someone interrupt. And I'll say this is one that I still try to work on because I still have that nice guy habit of letting other people speak, but it's different, okay? I'm not telling you to interrupt people. I'm telling you not to let others speak over you when you're saying something. So one thing you can actually do, and as a technique, is if you're saying something and talking and someone starts to interrupt, just keep talking as if they haven't said anything. This is going to take practice. And it's going to go very much against the habit that you've created where if someone starts speaking, you just stop. Or you say, oh, no, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. Again, I get caught up in this all the time, but I really have worked on it over the years. And it's good to be able to know that you are speaking your mind when you're speaking your mind. This could be on a date. This can be when you're working on business. This could be with friends. This is a very important habit. Let it be known that you want to be saying something and you want to be heard. Here's the second beta male habit that I see all the time. Okay, this is you're looking to see what others are doing before you make a decision. You're looking to see what others are doing. You're checking in a lot to see what other people are. Maybe you're like reading too many reviews and you're just always seeing like if you're making the right decision. This is crucial. This is going to help with your decision making. This is one thing that I've been always working on over the years, making sure that I'm being more decisive and not being wishy-washy and thinking too much about, okay, what should I do? And asking my friends like, oh, what did they do in this situation? It's one thing to get advice every once in a while, but it's another thing to always be relying on other people to see what should be done, okay? So you need to make these decisions in your life for you. You want to switch careers? Switch careers. You want to go and take a vacation somewhere because it's a place that you've been interested in? Just go. Make the decision and go do it. You want to eat somewhere that you like? Go do that. Make the decision, whatever it is, whether it's small, whether it's big, make the decision. Stop looking to other people to see if you're making the right one. All right, let's go to the third one. The third one is people who are letting life happen to them. So this is being reactive versus proactive. Reactive versus proactive. What's the difference? Reactive is you're going through life and you're just reacting to the things that are happening to you. You're not taking charge. So it's kind of connected to the last one, but it's a little bit different. That's why it has to be said here. Proactive is you're making the decisions that you need to do in life to be a better person, to have more personal development, to be able to do the things that you want in your life. So being proactive. Again, reactive is just letting people do the things that they want to do, even though you don't want to do them, letting people step on you, and really just kind of always walking around like you're on defense. So let's get rid of defense. Let's go to offense. How can we be proactive and do the things in your life that you've always wanted to do? Why don't you go over and talk to a woman and approach her instead of just letting it kind of happen, hopefully at a party one day? And I know you know what I'm talking about, right? It's like you kind of let it happen to you. Maybe one day I'll meet a woman. Maybe I'll kind of swipe on some apps and see what happens. Or do you be proactive and learn the best methods for online dating or going out and approaching and learning how to do that? Where in your life are you being more reactive than you are proactive? Actually, write down below. I want to see a bunch of comments. Write down below. Tell me where you think you're being more reactive, and then we can all learn from you. And while you're there, go ahead and hit that like button if this is resonating with you. These are some really crucial personality traits that are going to help you become more alpha with women in your life. And like I said, have just a better life in general. I actually have a monthly program called Irresistible Academy. And every month I go through a different trait. I call them friction points that make you a guy who's not attractive either to women or to people in general, or it's getting in the way of you being the most successful person. So every single month I talk about a new and different friction point. Also every single month in the Irresistible Academy, you get new content that's going to teach you how to be more attractive to women, but in a way that makes you more irresistible in all different areas of your life, like productivity, like finance, like fitness, style, networking, all the different areas of your life, and you get new content every single month. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link down below. It's called the Irresistible Academy. Join me. Some of you may already be in it because you get a free trial when you join my Hooked program, but if you're not in Hooked, check out Irresistible Academy because it's a little bit different, teaching you how to be a better man in general. Here's some homework for you. Here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to apologize for a full week, okay? That's the homework for you. That's how you're going to get this material working for you. Don't apologize for a full week. This is going to help step into the mindset where you're not going to be worried what people are thinking about you, which is another beta male type of trait here or habit. So don't apologize for a week. Of course, if you with the exception of you really screw someone over and do something terrible, but mostly that's never the case, right? So don't apologize. If you're walking somewhere, don't be like, oh, sorry, right? That's reactive, right? Don't be apologizing. Just do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Go after it. Hope that helps. Hope to see you in the Irresistible Academy, and I'll see you on the next video.